When Jackie and I were outed about 14 years ago, it was quite a shock, and things were different back then. We were criticised for simple displays of affection. We were criticised for daring to say that we were married when it wasn't legally recognised. But we just went ahead and did it anyway. And communities mature in their attitudes just as individuals mature in their attitudes too. And I think you'll be able to see that as people get older, their attitudes become, generally speaking, more accepting and more understanding of diversity. But communities also mature, and you'll see that in countries like Australia, we've had about 82 laws that have been changed in the last few years to try to end discrimination. We still are looking at discrimination in marriage. We don't yet have marriage equality, but I'd like to think that's not far off. And so the fact that we're even having this discussion not only on a national level but also internationally, to me is a signal that the community really is maturing in its attitude to diversity in sexuality and in the recognition of relationships. Now, I work as a doctor, and a lot of the patients that I see have been or are struggling with issues of sexual identity. They might be struggling with their family's attitudes, their community's attitudes, or their own internal attitudes about how they feel about growing up in a way that they feel is perhaps not the same as the other people around them. Now, I think that there's great value in being different because it's through our difference that we tend to stand out in good ways. And I think it's very important that you appreciate that the difference in you is something that is unique and special about you, whether that's being gay or some other aspect of your personality or your individuality. And I think as you get older, you tend to understand and appreciate being different a little more than you do when you're younger and you're just trying to fit in with your peer group. But with these people who I see as a doctor, what I tell them is that it does get better. And the reason that I tell them it gets better is because it's true. It really does get better. So my message to you is don't give in to homophobia. Don't give in to bullying. Stand up to discrimination. Stand up to the people who would have you feel bad about yourself because you're different to them or to what they perceive should be the way that you are. It does get better. You're not alone.